Here we go. So today's topic is genres and other things. So let me really quickly post everything around on like Twitter and like in a bunch of discords and everything and like advertise a bit. Yeah. Cool other genres and streaming. There you go. Okay, post it on Twitch. Okay, and now we're gonna just post on other sites. But hello, welcome to Call Tales. Um, Let me also pull up, my Twitch real quick and everything's set up. Okay. So really, what's gonna be happening today is we're really gonna just be. Really gonna just be. I forgot to mute my own stream. Okay. Um, but yeah, we're just gonna be talking about topics and other things like that. There we go. Okay. So, Moral, what kind of books or movies or games and everything do you normally talk about? I mean, normally watch and all that other stuff. um, or should I start? I'm fine with starting too if you really want me to start. Uh, I guess I'll start then. Really, the genres I normally talk about, right, include wuxia, which is Chinese martial arts films and movies and stories and books and all that other stuff, right? Um, One of the first novels that actually got me into the wuxia genre would have to be Coiling Dragon, also known as Panlong, and it's really just kind of a story about a kid kind of doing Dragon Ball things, becoming stronger, and killing a bunch of people for fun. I guess that was what the genre is kind of about in the end. But it's a really fun story in the end, because we see like a bunch of growth and like the character going through like struggles and all that other stuff, right? And at the same time, one of the best things about the story, right, in my opinion, anyways, is that the main character goes through like a lot of struggle to get where he's at, and there's like a lot of other things. Oh wait, did I just repeated that twice? I'm sorry, but it's just kind of cool seeing him grow up and everything. Since these stories tend to be really long, they tend to be like hundreds of like thousands of chapters long. Panlong, I'm pretty sure is like 1,600 chapters or so, and we really see him growing up from like a young boy around the age of 13 or 14 to immortal killing worlds and all that, right? Um, Hello. Well, we're talking about genres now, right now, Pepe and Seri and everything. But yeah, no, wuxia is probably not your genre if you want a totally lighthearted story. Like there definitely are like comedies and everything inside of the genre, right? If you're into a more lighthearted comedy in the genre, right, without as much murder and death and destruction and all that other stuff, right? I highly suggest looking at Cultivation Chat Group, right? Cultivation Chat Group's a really good story in there, which is a mix between modern comedy, right, or modern urban fantasy, right, and this Chinese martial arts genre, right. One of the central themes of the wuxia, right, is that it's like a martial arts story with like ki and chi or however you want to pronounce it, right, and a bunch of other Taoist fantasy mysticism type things. If you want to go a bit hello, Moral, but if you want to go a bit more.
Hello there.
Hello. Yeah, no, I'm just talking to the stream about the Chinese martial arts genre right now. But if you want to go a bit more into like the fantasy aspect of things, right? A bit more of Eastern fantasy or like mixed with Western fantasy and everything, right? You'll have to go to the Xianxia genre. I'm not sure how to actually pronounce that since I've never heard of it. It's like Xianxia, right? Which is a bit more about like cultivating immortality and all that other Chinese fantasy type deal, right? And pretty much it's just Dragon Ball and like, hey, I'm becoming stronger and immortal and all that other stuff, right? Transformation scenes and a lot of fighting, I guess. No way around that. But that's actually one of my favorite genres in like novels and movies and everything because it can get really long running, I guess, and is pretty entertaining altogether. It's sometimes really mindless violence, cliches, and everything, right? But overall, I think it's a fun genre to kind of mindlessly read sometimes because you don't really want to think about things 100% of the time, right? I sometimes do like go into more thought provoking like genres and everything. However, if I want to like a quick sit down and read type deal, wuxia or xianxia is the way to go. um, Actually, Swords of Legend and Swords of Legend and what is it, Gujian 3 are both technically wuxia slash xianxia, right? one of them more one genre than the other. However, both appear in the same world, so it can be debated if they're both, you know. But yeah, there's a bunch of other genres I also enjoy, right? Including including normal fantasy things, right? I don't really like not Chinese, but I don't really like Japanese novels too much. I feel like I've kind of outgrown them a lot of the time, right? Because a lot of the time they tend to be very lighthearted and like slice of life type deal, right? And honestly, it's fun, right? But a lot of time it just ends up being a power fantasy more than anything else. Sure, the other things are power fantasy, but at least they're have a bit more substance to their characters than yeah. Also,
Like 911. Wait, what?
hey, it's Kay. Welcome back to the
Hey, Kay, what's up?
Is it
Yeah.
okay? Like, toy and more like if I DM like, later?
what?
Like I'm DMing you serious stuff, not like joke stuff. Okay,
Okay.
I'll do it later.
No, just send it now. Just send it now, dude. Unless it's like a video or something.
No, it's not a video.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If it's not a video, just send it. Yo, time to post my stuff legit everywhere. Let's go free viewers. I mean, yeah, but I'm gonna advertise this a bit more since it's like the podcast and everything else.
Hey, have you heard of Toylon? If you haven't followed him, please follow him.
Yeah,
I am totally
please
not
do.
him. I am totally Brian Quinn.
He's also one of the members
Yeah,
of
Toylon's
Oh yeah,
literally-
Toy. I was playing Sword of Legends. Bards are so fucking stupid in PvP. I got so annoyed. Also,
Agreed.
I got some screenshots.
I kind of want to play Bard, but what's keeping me from playing Bard is he's too, you can only move when you're using a skill and you need to stand still, and I feel like that's really stupid, The lack of mobility is what's killing me the most because I enjoy games which have like high mobility, yeah.
Yeah, Spearmaster with high mobility.
Yeah, also, what is it? Sword Mage or whatever, that's also very high mobility as well. But anyways, we're talking about genres that we like. What kind of genres do you like, Kay? Or Pepe, or anyone
Genres
else
for-
in the chat?
For
Yeah.
for games?
Games, movies, any kind of media.
So in general, like if it comes to anime, it would be like comedy, slice of life-ish. But like if I'm like in the mood, definitely action. But sometimes it bores me.
Man, we're
because I'm,
opposites
like,
then. I hate slice
Yeah.
of life. I hate slice of
But
life.
it has to be
comedy.
with comedy. It can't be slice of life with drama. I hate that. Like especially like if it's K-drama. Like I watch something that has comedy in it. I can't do a K-drama that isn't comedy. Otherwise, I'm like, what's going on?
Dude, I
So there's
can't-
one that's like
I
really
can't
good. It's
watch,
Prison
like,
Playbook.
just Japanese slice of life anymore because it's just
Yeah.
so, I feel like it's a bit washed out. All the main characters are so weak and boring,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but if it comes to gaming, I would probably say FPS or something like a little competitive, but it's not competitive. It's like casual for me.
Yeah, FPS.
But Sword of Legends, that is the game I would recommend everyone to play and possibly pre-order because one, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, Swords of Legend's pretty fun. I think my main favorite point is like the combat itself. The combat feels very high skill and mobility, but like it's kind of like a fighting game, but 3D and less constrained than 3D fighting games. Oh yeah, our conversation about fighting games. Would you consider Swords of Legend PvP a fighting game?
Yes, because it requires some intense training. Well, not really if you're a bard,
Oh,
because
yeah, totally.
bards is no skill.
Bards
Legit
have
bards is no
no-
skill.
Yeah.
They
There's
slow
no
you.
skill.
They put you in ice. Who else? And then you see Berserker. They're like just comboing you with stun knocks and stuff and trying to get out of CC.
It hurts.
And then I found out I had healing abilities, but I had to be like using alchemy. And I was like, what? I didn't know. And then
Yeah.
I got my thingy. I washed my hands.
Yep,
I was
yep.
like, oh boy, yeah boy.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna be
We
bard.
need to wash our hands. If you don't wash,
No, I'm
your
gonna be
hands-
bard. Probably female or male bard. I don't know.
No.
Like,
No.
No, it's because I'm PvP, man. I gotta use the cheese.
Man,
Because
no honor.
Berserker.
The cheese.
Because no, okay. So the reason why I said bards are stupid is because when I was playing, there was a bard that 1v3'd us.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
Was he high level or something, or?
No, he got all PvP gear, and that was me like just getting PvP gear. But then after that, I stopped. Well, I continue a little bit more,
Yeah,
and
no,
then
that makes
like I got
sense.
all the PvP gear.
PvP gear and non-PvP gear are completely different. Like, even if you have like level 28, normal gear, right? It won't count for PvP as well, you know? So if they have like level 28 PvP, they're gonna wreck you, you know? Because the PvP gear and the PvE gear are completely different sets, you know?
Yep.
Yep.
But I accidentally removed my entire PvE gear.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, anyways, Sari says she isn't too like inclined to like any one genre, and so is Pepe, right? They try to go for all genres, but for me, right, it's a different story because some genres I can't stand, you know? Like one of the genres I definitely can't stand is like the power fantasy Japanese, power fantasy or whatever. Because Japanese power fantasy I feel is like, all harem and everything, you know? Like there's nothing else to it. um like nothing against like the Japanese, right? But like their power fantasies compared to like Chinese power fantasies, right? Japanese power fantasies end up being like harem, super easy, no conflict, right? But Chinese power fantasies, like I'm slaughtering everyone, right? And there's like one chapter of romance out of like 1,600. uh, it's Chinese power fantasy is a lot more violent, and so is Korean. Korean power
Oh
fantasy,
yeah.
yeah,
So there's this manhwa, right?
yep.
That's like so fucking like it's like it's technically cliche, but it's like so brutally violent. And
Are you
plus
talking
like
about
also
Reverend Insanity?
another no.
Oh.
And then plus there's like another one like where like the artist for Lookism and Viral Hit like he made another one that's called like a thriller one. It's just Tales of Greed, and it shows you how like greed gets in the way
Yeah.
and just like manipulates you. Like so the first part, the prologue is some girl uses a face app to make herself look pretty, but then in the end she actually killed someone by accident with the face app because she took a picture of them and used a Frankenstein mod and that had a knife in the head, which means they're dead.
That's
And
interesting.
Ooh.
and she was yeah, and then another one is the guy like he gets to control someone else's body and now it's a cliffhanger. Like it's just some guy's a murderer, but he's really attractive, and he found out that the people that he was dating were murdered, and they're all female, like all like arms, legs, and
Yep.
body parts were shown. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Man, I have some problems with lookism myself. I don't like lookism at all because I feel
Like
like
Taekwondo is not strong.
no. My problem with lookism, right, is that lookism I feel like strayed too far from the point, right, and came from hey, like a character like growing confidence and becoming a better person and all that, right. It went from that, right, to a full on just battle manua or whatever, like
Yeah, I just like the combat. That's all. But some of the
yeah.
combat, I'm like, it's missing out a lot.
I like
It's
stories
like
with
this
a
is not fun
lot
stuff.
of like, elements and everything. Like I like complex stories like what Pepe said, right? But I don't like complex stories if they like stray from their initial premise, right? Like
Straightforward is cliche.
I like the premise somewhat falling through the end, right? Because like let's say lookism, right? Lookism comes from like, character gaining confidence, right? To just combat, just combat cults magic. There's a lot of really weird things that happen that have like no like connection to the start of the story, and that kind of irks me. Um, Meanwhile, like other manuas, right? I don't like our what is it? I'm thinking. Unordinary. I hate Unordinary with a burning passion, mainly because like the original premise of hey, this character is like holding back so he doesn't hurt people, right? He completely throws out in like the window, and since it's like going out so slowly, right, it takes a good like 3-4 months for it to get back on track with him being like a semi decent human being. But yeah, I some like manuas I really don't like, but some manuas I really do like when they like stay to the original premise. My favorite manhwa, I'm think, would have to be, the girl from Random Chatting. That's the name. That's the name. That's a really good one. You guys should all read it because it's kind of like the premise of like lookism with everything. Like gaining confidence and all that stuff, right? but there's really no magical elements to it, and the story stays fairly concise. The character building's way better, and all the other stuff, you know, which is why I like it so much. um, Power Fantasies. Yo,
Power fantasies.
I have no idea who Enos Voldgoid is, but I'm glad you enjoyed the Power Fantasy manga or whatever, Sari. That's good. That's good. Conspiracy theories are fun. I enjoy them
But
as long as
yeah.
you know they give some indication of what's happening at the start. You know.
But yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Toy, I'm
Totally.
gonna make like if Sword of Legends come out, right? I'm
Yep.
gonna make an account that's specifically for me and you, right?
Yep.
And I'm gonna make another account that's me grinding for myself, like with myself, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Because the problem with grinding no, you get six characters per account. Okay.
I know, but I'm gonna have one that's like for myself, which is gonna be the Bard, and then I
Okay.
have me and you, and that's gonna probably be Summoner or Berserker.
Dude, the
no,
leveling-
not Berserker. Spell Sword.
Yeah, the leveling process isn't that long,
Who
anyways.
is using the fireworks? Goddamn! Sheesh!
Dude, just give me like 3 or 4 days. I'll probably level up to where you are, anyways, because the leveling process I can easily finish.
Oh
in
yeah, the
4
beta.
days.
The beta's next week. It opens again.
Yeah,
and
no, I mean
think
like
the
for
save-
when the
save is
main
still
game
up,
comes
right?
out, right? When the main game comes
Oh.
out, it's only gonna take me like a week to get to max level, anyways. You don't really need to wait too
Yeah.
long, you know. Like
It'll
you can-
take me like 2 days to max level, but then I'll stop, like
Yeah.
legit stop, because like I have
No
other
one-
things to do. That's why like I grind a lot in one day, right?
Yeah.
But then the next day you don't see me get on that game because I have like other things to do, like
Yeah.
work or like scheduling like stuff, because I actually have to get a plane ticket and I'm still like trying to chat with like some of my like friends, like because I need to notify my IRL friends that
Yeah.
I'm going there, and plus like notifying one person that I'm going there.
Yeah. Okay, looking at the comments, Classroom of the Elite is another Power Fantasy. I actually haven't
Oh
read
my
that.
god, that was actually good. Not gonna lie, it was so fucking unique, but at the same time cliche. You know, you get
I
you
like
get a
when
fucking
people
smart
take-
ass,
I-
but
Yeah.
he's in the dumb class, and you have someone who's supposed to be in the smart class but's actually dumb.
Yo, let's go cheating through the exam. No. But
What?
yeah, no, I haven't actually watched or read that one. I do agree with like the anime focusing and the manga
Run.
focusing on the fan service though,
Sorry.
because like
my
I've seen a lot of novels, like not that one in particular, right? But I've seen a lot of novels and like anime and everything, right? Which well, novel to anime or novel to manga and all that, which focuses only on like the fan service or like the action and everything, right? A lot of the stories I've read, right, which have turned into like other mediums, right, pretty much only focus on like the action or the fan service, which I feel like is a great disservice to the actual medium, because like stories like in novel form, I feel like are a lot harder to focus on the fan service and everything unless they're like smut, but yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, since you're an expert, could you tell everyone what Classroom of the Elite is about? K is dead, everyone.
I did nothing.
That was good.
Yeah, like I prefer reading the novels too over the other mediums because they just feel a lot more focused in the end, right? Yeah, Moral, tell us about some kind of genre you like, dude.
Like genres for what?
like anything, like any medium, like movies, films, shows, manga, anime, etc. Like anything.
Ah, I see. Wait, what?
What? No, never mind. No, I'm just talking to myself. You can go.
Oh,
I'm just talking to myself.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not talking to you. I was talking to myself.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, you remind me a lot of Pepe sometimes.
Why is that?
Pepe sometimes talks to himself, but yeah, no,
Oh,
more
real
continue.
Toylon. There's 2 Toylons.
True?
Okay, Moral, continue. What kind of genres and stuff do you like?
Good question. I mean, I haven't like really like read anything, but like in terms of stuff I watch, it's just like whatever's on Netflix, really. I do for Netflix. I do like sci-fi, like that kind of stuff. Like I watched a few
I would love to see more
stuff
sci-fi.
from Netflix. Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
like one of my favorite like sci-fi series on Netflix is Black Mirror. Like without a doubt.
The problem with like, liking sci-fi and also like Asian stories, right, is there's rarely any sci-fi novels. um like most of the sci-fi novels I've seen are like the vast minority, Fantasy seems a lot more
Mhm.
popular in Asia. Like sure, there's a
I
few
see.
good sci-fi, right? But they're mostly like
Yeah, yeah. Like
science.
Black Mirror.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. But like
Still waiting
there's
for like another season to come out though. Like, it's been like months
I've heard
like
a
since
lot of
they
good
dropped
things about
something.
Black Mirror. I just, haven't gotten to it. That's with a lot of things.
Really?
It's hard to get to things. Oh, Space Sweepers. Anyone watched that before?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Tor.
have not.
So there's this show that's like the way the house husband, right?
Oh
It's like a
yeah, I've
slideshow.
I've read that.
But
I've read that.
okay, so even like if the anime gets criticism, I found another anime that's like it called Goku Dolls. I think it's under the same author because it's also like part of Yakuza, but they turned into females.
What?
And I've been watching Goku Dolls, and I've been falling in love with it. Even if it's like a slideshow, I still see like the interaction, the plot, the emotion coming through from each core member.
Yep, yep.
And it's like the way the house husband. I don't like it because it's a slideshow, but like I like the whole overall concept of it, like the plot, everything like that. It's so good.
I've
It's
seen a
golden.
few clips of it. Like I've read like the actual manga itself, but I haven't like
Manga
gone.
is good.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to
Manga,
watch too
I
much of
love
the
it.
anime, but it seems partially a stylistic thing, and also partially a cost saving thing. Like
Yeah,
I'm
it's not me
50-50.
anymore.
Also,
Not me. I'm not Yakuza and house husband anymore. I'm just
Goku
K.
doll in the stream right there.
Goku
Yeah,
Doll is
not
actually
like
good. Not gonna lie. Like even if people like say it's a shit anime, they don't understand the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like yes, like it's like possibly a SOL, but like it's a funny ass SOL. It's like it's like adult jokes. Like so if you're like young, you don't understand like any of those.
Man.
It's like
man.
no, like it's like if you're like 18 plus, like or like getting there like 17 plus.
I'm only 18, not
But
18 plus. It hurts.
don't worry.
you,
Eh.
you still fit in that category.
No, you're still included into 18 plus though.
I
Oh,
know. Yeah, fair enough. But I haven't actually watched like
yeah.
much anime recently because
I haven't watched any like anime like at all, honestly.
anime is just
Like
so much slower than
every time like
novels.
somebody talks about anime, I'm like, wow, like I see like a whole list of like animes people watch. I'm like, wait, I watched none of these.
I haven't
Imagine
watched.
anime became K-drama, right?
Yeah.
Every episode is 1 hour, but like their production is crazy. Like this is like my honest opinion with like Asia kind of. Japan, really good with animation. Like really good with animation. Korea, really good with music videos or movies. Like their production lineup, crazy. Thailand, really good dramas.
Yeah.
A lot of good dramas, not gonna lie. China, it's just China.
I think China and like the like movie front, right? They're really
Like
good at
I
martial
actually
arts.
love their manhwas a lot more than like
Yeah.
the Korean manhwas.
Yeah, I
because-
agree. I agree.
Like even if it's cultivation and stuff, like there's other manhwas that China has to offer.
I feel like knowing
And
the
like
basics.
if you look at Korea,
Yeah.
Korea here it is gaming, getting isekai, always
Getting-
being in a novel.
Reverse isekai
else?
where magic goes into
Yeah,
the world and you're
reverse
gaming.
isekais, yeah.
It's literally
Yeah,
always
and
gaming.
Apocalypse definitely. Some weird ecchi shit that I dislike with a passion because there's
Oh yeah, no,
literally
I agree. No
plot
ecchi, no
whatsoever.
ecchi.
Ecchi is just no plot. You can't make anything ecchi good. That's my honest opinion. That's
Yeah.
why I like refuse to watch any anime that has ecchi involved because it's garbage.
Yeah, I just
But
sent
if
a
it's, like-
link in the chat for where you can find like the latest translations and everything of novels. That's just so that
Wait a second, I'm
Sari
not
and
on
everyone
I'm
else.
not on stream yet. Your mod is not there yet. Hold
Man.
on. Your mod got checked.
But I sent a link to novel updates, which is the main site where pretty much everyone posts their translation updates and everything, right? And it's a really good site in
Oh.
general because you can like keep up to date with like multiple different.
You got a
sites and
lemonade
everything.
ad.
Yeah.
Hard lemonade ad. Oh, I use what's it called? Magaka lot.
Oh no, no.
Not Manga Dex. Like Manga Dex is just absolutely
No,
garbage.
it's not. It's not like one of those sites. It's a directory, right? So instead of like one thing where they steal like the manga from other sites, right? This thing only sends a link to the official site. So like or like the
Oh.
translator site, So like let's say you find a
Alright,
novel
keeping a
for.
bookmark.
So let's say you find a novel for like Coiling Dragon. If that was still coming out, it's already finished. But like that's an
Let's
example,
see,
right?
solo leveling.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, you
have a
could.
solo leveling. Where is
Yeah. They're solo leveling. The search bar is in the top
chapter
left.
40?
I mean,
Wait,
right.
they only released chapter 40 though.
Oh no.
This is
This
day
is web
2019.
novel. Web novel only
Oh.
updates until chapter 40 because web novel has everything after that being either paid or time locked. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah. But this is the official translation for it though. So you click the number, right, and that redirects you to another one of the sites, right? And this is just a lot better for supporting translators and everything than Manga Clot or like Read Now and all those other sites, Yeah, which is why I always recommend it if you want to start reading like translated novels, right, which don't have an official translation, right? And normally, if things have an official translation, right, they'll be taken off the site by moderators and everything else, Also, good night, Tails.
Good night, Tail.
Yep. Ecchi involved anime isn't necessarily garbage. That's true. I've had a
I know,
good
but,
share
like,
of ecchi, right? Like,
I
a
just
few things
have
which I
really bad
enjoyed, but
ones.
not for the ecchi itself. That's just a personal preference of myself, though, um, I think they can be pulled off right? But a lot of the time it devolves, especially on like lower production quality things, because having a lot of ecchi in your in your production, right, just instantly makes it somewhat popular, because even if it's not like the best produced thing in the world, at least one person will watch it for the ecchi itself, like I know some people who only watch ecchi shows because they're horny 24/7, which I think is a real shame, um yeah.
Yeah. Then they're not watching it for the plot.
Yeah, Pepe. This site is semi-official. There's not like official translation. Someone's like, fan translating things, right? This thing will send you to those sites. Of course, you won't always find, like the official translation if there is one, right? But this is like the fastest way to get it like on the fly, because this normally keeps fairly up to date with everything else. Yeah, but it's a good site.
Yeah,
It's a good site. Yep.
But yeah, other than like sci-fi and stuff, I don't know. Like I'm pretty much like open to like whatever to watch. I don't know. It just varies.
Same. I
Like,
don't care if like if it's.
I mean, I'm not
boring
like
or
a
I
huge
still
fan
watch
of
it.
like horror movies, or I mean,
I
I like
love horror.
like comedies. I like comedies and stuff here and there.
I love horror.
Oh shoot! I remember a recent sci-fi I watched, or not watched but read. It's like 9 feet below, or like something like that. Let me actually try finding the name of it.
I am the fire in your eyes.
Like, go ahead and
Just
find it
kidding. I swear, if that's a title, I'm the fire in your eyes. I'm not gonna
I can
read that.
guarantee it is. I haven't seen it, right? But I can almost
I'm
guarantee.
just looking at the screen right now. I'm the fire because Claire is not here.
Fair enough.
Where's
yeah.
Claire? Like, I need to be Icy Boy. I need to put out the fire with my Naruto
Boy.
headpiece.
Oh yeah. I forgot to move the Naruto headpiece on your head.
Yeah, everybody's getting Naruto headpieces.
Yeah, here we go. There we go. That's better.
Yeah,
That's better.
Someone needs to put me with a Naruto headpiece. I'm pretty
One day.
No say.
I'm having a hard time finding the
You just
novel.
hear that.
Yeah.
Where is? Oh, it's
But yeah, I was watching
my favorite fantasy
Moral
novel.
Apex, and I was like, wait a second.
Continue.
Wait a second.
Yep.
I'm like, wait a second. I just see him playing with someone else. Oh, it's CNA. CNA, what's your type of genre? Like in general.
Also, welcome to the stream,
Hey, she's
Israeli
here.
Space Laser. I think this is one of the first times you talked here, so welcome. I think you've talked like a few times before, but yeah.
Hi, welcome to the wait, hold on, that's copyrighted. Welcome to the
Cold Weather Podcast, and
welcome
also
to
my
the
stream.
high ping. No, bad ping something podcast.
The Bad Ping Podcast is Morals, not
Well,
mine.
No, welcome to Moral's Low Bandwidth Podcast.
What was your old name, dude? What was your old name?
What What about
Oh,
Ikerin?
okay, Ikarin. I remember you. I remember you. Kind of. But yeah, no. I've read a few good, novels that like online published novels or whatever. Recently that are fantasy, right? My favorite currently is what is it? 12 Miles Below, right? And it's pretty much like
I heard
the
of it.
Ice Age has pretty much happened again, right? And
Oh, that one, that's good. I fucking read it.
wait, you've read it? Wait, a Royal Road or another site? Another site.
No oversight, but then I stopped because copyright issue.
Oh no. This is this was published on like a month ago or whatever. It's like a newly published like American novel or like not like Japanese
Warning,
novel.
gore and profanity.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice because like there's an ice age and like the entire world's like frozen. There's like mech suits and like automations underground killing everyone. And yeah.
That
Also,
sounds interesting.
Yuki, providence is used to buy avatars and like
Oh
costumes and
yeah,
everything.
just check out the DM later. Or
Yep. Check out the DM now.
just later.
Yeah, like if you like would have to like talk to someone who has like not watched like any anime at all, like what would you recommend to start?
I would recommend them underground animes for best because like my very first time I got into anime was Sci-Fi Mecha, which was Code Geass. That shit was actually good, not gonna lie, but like
Yeah.
most mecha animes I didn't like, besides Gundam.
I think
Then my
Code
second
Geass, I
anime
think
was
that's on
Soul
Netflix,
Eater.
I think.
I binge watched Soul Eater. No, this was on a pirated site, like 2007.
Man, piracy.
I was-
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get out the
It was
Starly
called-
cage again. I'm gonna get out the Starly
Wait.
cage again.
I know
Wait,
there's like some.
don't put me in the cage yet, don't put me in the cage yet.
Netflix.
So the website was called NW Anime. I don't use it anymore because that shit was garbage. Like it's absolute garbage. I use Crunchyroll and Funimation because actually no, I use Funimation only because Crunchyroll sucks now. But I watched Code Geass there, and then I binge watched Soul Eater all 60 episodes in 2
Yep, yep.
days. Same with Beelzebub. Like Beelzebub, like it's a 2011 anime. I watched that, binged it in 2 days.
Yeah.
It's actually good, but someone's like, "Oh no, the manga's better. It's garbage. The anime is garbage." I'm like,
Everyone
still,
always says the
like-
manga's better.
yeah, still, like I still watched it and
Yeah.
I still love it. I watched it like 5+ times, like all 60 episodes. And the one episode I love, I could quote it because I watched a lot. Episode 44 to 45
Oh,
because
no.
that's the volleyball scene where they just played it like it's basketball
Man.
with a baby.
Wait,
man.
wait, what? No, not basketball, the baby.
But-
Well, the
Okay,
baby is
but-
Beelzebub. Like
Oh, okay,
Beelzebub,
okay.
like he's
I-
the
I-
demon.
I was
right?
thinking.
He's always nude because he doesn't like clothing.
What?
But the
Uh,
funny thing is, when he
uh,
cries, lightning will shoot out, like and,
Okay,
like
I
explode
was-
on
I
the
was
owner
thinking,
and
I was
others.
thinking it was like a normal
a
ass
really good-
baby, and they were just like dunk it
No.
across the net or something.
No.
Like just.
No. The baby is strong. The baby's strong, but I actually love it. Defrag, also underground anime from 2014. Watched it like 10+ times. Love it. It's a comedy slice of life where it's a delinquent trying to be a delinquent, but then you just see how like heartfelt and like sweet he is, and you just rethink your life. You're like, are you really a delinquent?
You're like, damn.
Yeah. And
Okay, I just checked. I just checked. I see this Code Geass and the Touch of the Rebellion that's on Netflix.
Code Geass is
that's
also
the
one I've
movie.
been meaning to watch, but
Is
I've
that the
never
new Code
got into
Geass
it. You know.
movie?
I didn't watch Code
Oh, that's the
Geass.
movie?
Yeah, there's like a new one that came out, I think, last couple years.
Yeah. I've seen
I
it
don't
on
know. I'm
Twitter
looking
and
to like
everything.
the anime series category on Netflix. So I'm just seeing like,
There
what
was,
like, anime.
It's hit and
One
miss
One
on
that is like
Netflix.
2016 Code Geass.
Yeah,
like,
there's
the movie.
different. There's like different animes there. There's like Death Note. There's
You gotta get the one with
SAO,
Lelouch.
there's-
The one so without Lelouch? Nah.
No,
There's
what?
wait, what?
What?
There's one without Lelouch?
Yeah, there's like they focus on like other characters that are not Lelouch and Suzaku.
Is this like
Or
the
season.
decaf of
talking
like?
about.
Is this the a decaf of like Code Geass or whatever?
Hellsing Ultimate. Yes. Also, I recommend those that are like new to anime to watch Hellsing Abridged, Neon Evangelion Abridged, Sword Art Online Abridged because actually I watched Sword Art Online
Everything-
as my fourth
everything is
anime.
better.
Yeah,
Abridged.
SAO is on Netflix.
Yeah, I was okay.
But I
So
don't, I
hear
know
me out.
about the seasons are on there.
First arc of Seiyo, good. Second arc of Seiyo, questionable. Gun Gale Online, even more questionable. But I actually have my favorite character Shinon there.
The only arc I can generally recommend is Alice's Alicization.
Yeah, Alicization is actually good. Alicization arc.
I
good
never
arc,
actually
yeah.
watched the anime. I've heard it's good, but I have read the novel. I'm one of
The
those
novel?
guys, you
Okay.
know. I'm one of those
The
guys. who's
novel
like,
I'm not even
and
gonna quote
the
that
anime
one
is
part.
actually good.
It Sword Art was interesting. I watched like 5 episodes.
I
Like,
feel
oh,
like-
cool, and I just dropped off.
I feel like it's one
but
of
then I
those ones which you want to binge, you know.
Is that like a hit and miss
You don't
one,
want to give
maybe?
yourself time to think about it.
There's a reason people just hate, like, after the first like arc, they
Yep.
just keep reusing the same things. Kirito keeps getting BS power-ups, and it's
you're-
clear the writer doesn't know how video games work.
If you're
Yeah,
interested into the
bullshit.
first,
Well,
arc-
okay, so hear
wait,
me out.
wait.
They were like Log Horizon, but oh, sorry, Toy.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
like Log Horizon, but then it fell off because it's like, oh yeah, Sword Art Online is so unique and stuff. You get
Log
stuck in the
Horizon
game,
when
and
it
then the
focuses
second
on the
arc, you're
side
like, wait a
characters.
second.
Log Horizon
No.
when
Yeah,
it
they
focuses on like the
yeah,
tiny
it was
ass
the first
kids.
one to do that. Yeah,
Like I don't
Yeah.
care about the
Okay.
kids. They could die for like
yeah. In what's
Damn,
it?
Whoa.
yo.
But it's a cool world. It's a cool setting.
is a cool
right?
world. It is a really
like
cool world.
the whole world where like, oh, a full immersion VR. That sounds rad, you know.
Yeah.
Sword Art Online Alternative is I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Oh yeah.
It's an
I was about to
anime
talk
Is that
about
like
it.
a prequel, sequel, or what?
It is nothing to do with Kirito. You don't see Kirito. There may be mentions of some shit that happened. It is set in the
Is it like a
same world.
spin-off?
It is set on planet Earth post
It's just
Sword Art
Kirito
Online,
with
right?
another BS main character.
There's
instead
no
of
Kirito.
Kirito.
The main character is a college student who does VR games because they're fun.
Gun Gale
And
Online, and she's a lolly, but she's tall as fuck IRL.
Oh no.
Yeah,
hello.
she plays as a short character because she's really tall IRL.
Think playing Lalafell, but you're actually like 6 foot IRL.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So she plays a child character, or not a child
Hack
character,
was
just a
good.
short character because she's self-conscious about her height IRL.
Yep.
Because she's like taller than everybody, or the average
Interesting.
Japanese person. Hang on,
Yeah.
let me look up how tall she is.
Yeah,
it's
Sword Art
actually
Online
really
is-
good. They actually do use the setting way better, and then you find out that they had a different author, or not a different author, different writer.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Attack
was-
on Titan. I actually didn't
was-
watch
wait,
the
wait, wait.
anime. but
On the topic of SAO, right? I believe there's also another novel which is like a rewrite of the first arc, whatever, which focuses more on the first arc. You know, like climbing the
on
tower,
Asuna.
the tower and everything. You know, which. Oh yeah, Mika's talking about dot hack and everything, right? But
Nice,
th-
Dot
there
Hack.
is, if you're interested in the
Dot Hack
first
or something.
arc of SAO Snowfield, there is another novel by the same author, whatever, which focuses a lot more on climbing the tower instead of like the giant ass time skip, you know? And it's done better, better.
That's okay.
Just action.
Wait, they have a Gun Gale on Sword Art Online alternative store. What the heck? No, it's just
Wait, what?
it's just a website.
That's true. That's
Oh,
true.
okay.
I'm literally just trying to find the wiki
Alright.
so I can
I
find
think
how tall she
SAO
is
was
IRL.
decent for the time. Like, you know, when I was like 5 years old and didn't know it. Well,
Yeah,
I wasn't 5
it
years.
was.
It was
so
good for
heavy.
binging. It's good for binging. That's all. I
Yeah, it
have to
was
say.
good for binging. Like when it kept on like going on.
It's one
But
of
then
those.
I, like,
It's one of those
stop.
novels that you just keep binging and you don't want to think too much about it. The problem with it isn't that it's actually like badly written or anything. It's that it became so popular that people actually started thinking about it. You know, like if it stayed like a mediocre story, right? Like, you know, like middling anime, right? No one would be like saying that was bad, right? Like we have way worse like anime than it, right? The bad thing about it, right, is it became so popular for what it was. You know, it never was a great story, right? But it was decent. You know,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, so she's 6 feet tall in IRL, which
Oh, no.
means she's taller than the average Japanese person in general.
Average
like,
Japanese person's like 5.
Well, she's taller than any like person in general because like she's like in the top 99. Or
Yeah,
not even 99
she's hella
percent.
tall.
Top
Yeah.
100%.
Let's see, average height Japan.
Because,
Average height Japan is 5'7" and 5'2" for women. 5'7" men, 5'2"
5'7"?
women. Yeah.
Oh.
So she is a good
Oh.
5 inches taller than the average dude.
Then that's me, like 5'7", 5'8" for men. I guess I'm Japanese.
Oh no.
Time to pull out my Japanese glasses. It's
Oh,
my
no, you
rectangular square
weeb.
glasses. You know what? I got you. Because I just found my rectangular square glasses, and I do look like an average Japanese salesman. I was like,
Oh, no.
"Ohayo gozaimasu."
Alright, post it then.
No.
I heard that the latest season
can
of
post
Attack
on
on
my
Titan is
Korean
really
glasses.
good, though. I heard that the latest season
Yeah,
of
it was
Attack-
actually good. I was watching it with a few people.
I feel like
Not
the earlier season never really got me. I feel like it was a bit too like edgy, you know?
I agree. I
Season
agree.
of
Edgy?
what?
Dang.
Attack on Titan, AOT.
Oh.
Yeah. I heard
Attack
the
on
latest
Titan.
season
Yeah, I
was
never watched
something
that.
more about like the
The-
human condition and everything.
Yeah. I agree with you, Toy, because like, oh my fucking god, I never watched AOT. Like I read AOT, but when the final season hit, I started watching it with like a few others, but those are the people that I'm not associated with anymore.
Oh
But-
no.
Holy shit!
Did
Like
Attack on
it was
Titan ruin
so-
your friendships or something?
No, it's other. It's
That's a
other.
joke. It's a joke.
Friendship ended with Attack on Titan,
so
new
it's-
friendship earned with Korean novels.
No.
Damn.
Like
And
But,
like, AOT is actually pretty good. It's just I think like in the middle. It was like
mm,
there was another one. It's like something to Cabanati, like made by the same.
oh yeah, no,
creator
I
for
read that.
AOT.
I saw that. It was really good. Like the
I
aesthetic.
think it was like Train to Cabanari or something.
yeah. It
It
was
was
like
pretty good.
it,
Oh
like,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Attack on Titans, but with trains instead. You know? And, like,
Yeah.
the
and, like,
trains.
yeah.
with the trains, like
But
was
you
it
know
steampunk?
what
Yeah, it was
got me
steampunk.
emotional that I do like, but Toy would probably hate? Violet Evergarden.
I
pretty good.
love violence.
It-
If you haven't
I love-
noticed.
I love KyoAni's
I mean,
production.
Toy
So
Run
Violet
does
Evergarden,
violence. He stabs people in VR.
Slice of Life. Violet Evergarden is a
Oh
slice
no,
of life.
slice of life. It hurts.
Yeah.
I hate slice of
But the
life.
production, you'll see the production. like KyoAni. Oh my god, rest in peace, KyoAni. Like, oh my god. Like, they were so good. Like, they also produce like a lot of golden animes, like Amagi Brilliant Part. It's a
Yep.
slice of life comedy, but sometimes
Alright.
drama.
Yep,
So good. I love like reformation, like people building a city. Like, so even if you say slime anime is shit, or
Oh no, Slime
Amagi
novel was
Brilliant
good.
Park is
Slime
shit,
novel was good.
right?
I haven't watched the anime,
Even if-
but the novel's good.
even if you say it's shit, I would say it's good because you know why? I love architecture shit, and I love like when someone builds something from scratch with nothing, like legit nothing. They're like, I don't have connections or anything. I'm just gonna bring in like a couple of hoonigans, and then boom, we started off a city. We start
Honestly,
popularizing it.
If you really
Boom.
wanted, you could make the slime anime have a lot of really strange tags, which would be hella weird. Because there's a
no,
lot of
wow.
really sus things that happen in it, but it's a good novel
Definitely.
altogether. Like it was a
Yeah.
fun novel, you know. Like I didn't take it too seriously, right? I feel like a lot of the parts were like,
Going mad. That fucking made me cry like Angel Beats, man.
I feel like the slime anime, right, had a lot of parts which like are of course like plot convenience, right? But it was a good fun novel, you know?
Oh, I don't watch To Your Eternity. I don't really think it's.
The
My
premise
type
was
of suit.
interesting. I read the manga, but the premise was interesting, but I never really got hooked on it, you know?
I'm not hooked into To Your Eternity. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not hooked either.
Gate, I got hooked into Gate.
Gate was
actually.
good.
It wasn't because of Rory Mercury. It was
My
it was
problem
because
with
of the main character and
my
the
problem
other-
with Gate, right? My problem with Gate, right? Is the Japanese self-defense force somehow fought the rest of the world's military, and I'm like salty about that, you know? I'm kind of
Yeah.
salty about that, you know?
and somehow they win.
That's a
got-
common thing I always see, the JDF like doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like in
Yeah.
anime and like I watched
I feel like it's a
Godzilla on
lot
my
of
Discord.
like power fantasy, you know? Like
Yeah,
Gate,
they destroyed a fantasy world like somehow
Yeah.
with guns, and then
Yeah.
you
I
go
mean-
to like Korean manhwas, their own fucking army can't do shit. That's why they have gamers, bro.
Gamers, bro.
I feel like
Government sanctioned
if we did
gamers.
get to like, you know, fantasy world, we could probably easily dominate it, you know, because like 99% of a fantasy world is like starving and dying, right? Meanwhile, like the rest is like superpowered or whatever, right? Just get the
I mean, it would be
army to like spread
cultivation.
diseases or something, you know? Like Japan can easily like, you know, just chemical bomb or like disease bomb like a place, you know?
Like So
That sounds terrible, but yeah.
It is.
So
It
if
is
we're
very terrible.
talking about like,
But-
But like, if we
genres,
were at war with the fantasy world, we would easily win because of our science. You know.
Unless they have just tons of like crazy magic and like, oh, meteor.
That's
Okay.
true, but legit,
So-
like, name one fantasy world where the average peasant can like face like a normal like army man, like literally
Oh,
none.
you can say that like
Wait.
IRL, like like name a normal average person on our world that could
Exactly.
fight an
Normal
army man.
humans
Like,
are weak and
no.
fleshy. Normal humans are
weak.
weak and fleshy.
So Toy, you're making me brain rot. If I was like without carpal and stuff and like still got into art, right?
yeah.
I would fucking brain rot a webtoon of us, right? We're just here chilling, like the real life actual like became
Yeah.
so apocalyptic, and then me, who's a fucking weakling, it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch some YouTube videos and see if I could cultivate, you know? And it's like, oh wow, I can't cultivate as well, and it's like I'm just pushed through like this harsh reality, and then you just see Toy, hi, I'm a gamer, you want to see my magical powers? Pew! Just kill like something that's like an S rank demon that's like destroying a city, and then Moral is like, oh yeah, I could turn to a beast and go berserk and just slice
Yeah,
everything.
Moral's just a house
One
cat.
swipe.
Moral's just a house cat with bad internet.
A house cat on the internet, perhaps.
And then Cine will be like, you know what? I'm just a DJ, and then you just see like the super bass.
Oh my
Close your
God.
ears.
So, if we were in a fantasy, right, Snowfield would be an actual ninja, you know? Like, he wouldn't be a retired ninja, he would be, like, you know, still working, you know?
And then I would just be a normal dude, like a normal peasant that would just fight monsters with my bare fist, no superpowers, no nothing, see if I could survive or not. And then
One
you just see like
punch.
all the chapters like, damn, this guy, he's so weak. He's near death almost every chapter. Why? Because he can't grow like the others. He doesn't have natural powers like those gamers. They're
Yo,
like, oh
gamers.
wow, I got new stats. And then me,
Gamers,
oh
bro.
wow, I don't have stats. And then I just include the cliche. Oh yeah, he just got like promoted to admin on this
You
this
guys know,
game,
if
apparently.
we got into one of those like Korean gamer worlds, right, where like you could get XP and you could like level up and
Korean
everything,
gamer
right?
world.
I would be so down.
Like, let's say we got this hypothetical Korean gamer world, right? You know what the optimal strategy is? Let's assume that the minimum XP you can get is one XP, right? That's a safe assumption, right? Right? Just get an ant farm, right? And just step on all of them. Instant level 10.
Step on him?
Oh,
Man.
Okay, wait, Toy, you're giving me a brain rot. Like, so what if like IRL, right?
Yeah.
Became like those Korean game worlds, like, and like some of
Gamer.
us, like, we're not even gifted. It's just like random gods just gift you like powers, and they're like, yeah, go Amok. Like we'll just add some monsters like on the
Yeah.
way. It's like we'll create world annihilation as well because you know we're bored,
Yeah.
but we're not gonna be gamers anymore. We're just gonna be gamers IRL. You know, we're gonna be built
Yep.
IRL. We're not gonna be like
Yo.
like sitting at home.
Wait.
doing
Have
shit
you
like-
read The Gamer? Like, you know, like the manga or manhwa. or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
There's
I
one
read-
called
That
The
one's the
Love
exact premise you have,
Oh.
aside from everyone having a system, you know? System novels are actually crazy popular. System novels right now. are,
Yeah,
like,
solo leveling, omniscient reader.
Yeah.
There's a lot more I can name because I've
No.
read a lot.
The
Overview is
The
pretty good,
Koreans have
actually.
like 500 of those novels. Like,
Yeah.
If let's say for the population of the world is like 7 billion or whatever, right? Easily we have like 8 times more like Korean novels that are of the genre, you know? Easily.
Mhm.
like it's not even funny. There's so many Korean novels of the sort.
Yeah, there is usually apocalyptic and gamer related. And then you go to
Yo,
like,
a random.
manga,
Wait,
like
do you guys
Japanese
want to
manga,
write a
Japanese-
Korean novel named There is now a tower inside of my town and now I have a leveling system? We'll also make it slightly Japanese too because the title's too long, right? And then we'll make it also Chinese related too because the character is very bloodthirsty.
Make it
and
Japanese
kills
related is isekai. You get
Oh,
isekai
yeah, yeah.
after you die. in
No.
that-
It's a
that
random
tower.
fantasy character who gets isekai'd into our world, right? A tower springs up in like Korea, right? And the main character like trans goes from like like
It's not even strong.
yeah, insanely strong, comes from China, goes to Korea, and then we pander to all the
He
demographics.
cultivates. He
Yeah, yeah.
cultivates.
Yeah,
It's like, I
no,
learn
he has a
martial arts.
cultivation system. Everyone else has like, you know, the normal leveling system, but this guy has a cultivation system, you know, where
Yeah.
he's cultivating immortality.
Yeah, like chi,
All the cliches.
immortality, breathing techniques.
Yeah.
movements.
All right. It's been fun. I got to do.
Well,
Yeah, see ya, Snowfield.
I know.
Yeah, I'll still be in the
Got
the
it.
chat. But yeah,
Well, anyways,
You're
10
giving me
minutes.
vibes of auto hunting because auto hunting
Auto hunt.
it
Auto.
has
Yeah,
that-
no. I've seen auto.
it gives
hunt.
me that like the Korea gaming vibe, right?
Yep,
But
it's
it
Chinese.
transitioned completely to the Chinese cultivation world.
Man,
It's
auto
like,
hunting
wow,
is so
damn.
weird because like it's
I
the
know.
least effort you can possibly have because your character literally goes around auto hunting all the time. Like it literally.
Well, he's not really auto hunting anymore. He's just like
well, he's
learning how to
semi auto
fight.
hunting, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, drifters. I've seen a bit. I haven't seen too much.
Drifters
and
is
it's
so
been way too
good.
long.
Drifters is so good. It's just a reverse isekai. It's technically a bunch of near dead like figures.
Oh, no,
like
yeah, no,
Japanese
no, I
figures
remember
with
that,
no
I remember.
power whatsoever, fighting mythical figures. Oh well, it could be anyone actually. They fight whoever, but it shows the power of like just technique and pure confidence. Not like, oh yeah, you can be strong with like power. You could be just strong like in general,
Yep.
like mentally.
Wait. That reminds me of something. Reverse isekai, right? I remember reading a novel. I believe it's like a pretty trash novel altogether. It was fun to read. It was like after returning from the future, my abilities are infinite or whatever, and the main character is like came back from the future, has like a bunch of talents, a magical system, and all that, right? But he has to like
See the
face a bunch
past.
of like apocalypses or whatever, right? And one of the apocalypses is actually just a bunch of people from like an isekai world going back to modern society with all their powers, and it's just like a complete mess, right? Because like imagine if like
Yeah.
like 500 or so like Japanese characters who became like extremely bloodthirsty or betrayed or like all those other cliches, right? Imagine them trying to like just appear back in Earth one day, right? And like there would just be slaughter, like
Oh,
yeah.
so there's this manhwa before I dropped.
Yep.
It was called Strongest Manager. He like his rank like was so shit, right? But like he had like connections with
Yep.
S tier people that like can destroy like monsters in one go.
I've read like
And then
3
it's
novels.
just him. He's just using techniques with a normal gun, like with bullets,
Yep.
and he's just fighting them. And they're like, damn, how do you fight all of these monsters without getting injured or like
Gunpowder.
scathed? And he's like,
Mhm.
oh, I just know like their movements. It's like, how do you know their movement? And he's like, I just don't know.
That's
just
just so
fight to
BS. If
survive.
you've ever played Dark Souls, you can know their movements but not dodge them, Like,
Yeah, like he dodges like the exact moment like he's like about to die, but like
I've always hated that trope. Like, if you know what someone's about to do, that doesn't mean you can react in time, right? And that doesn't mean they're always gonna do the same movement over and over, right? Because
Yeah.
like, unlike in like games, right, where everyone has like a startup animation for all their moves and everything, you can predict them, right? IRL, like I could be like slashing to like the left, right, and then like turn down or whatever you should if you duck, right? Like that's kind of stupid, but yeah, no, I've like done like some combat and all that, right? And like you cannot predict what people do just because you know their general move set, like okay.
to be honest, I found out that
Vivi's
like
fluorite eye song. I have no idea what that is. I
fighting manhwas or webtoons, I kind of got a little off of it. But I'm
yeah,
still reading it because I'm
I
bored.
feel like they're enjoyable as long as
I'm
you don't
like,
too much.
it's like, why are you saying that Taekwondo or like this one thingy is so strong?
Yeah.
Like considering like if you look at it like via combat wise, like there's some that are like
If
even
you-
stronger
if you
than it.
want
Like
actually decent
they're
martial
not
arts,
making
just
it
do
strong.
MMA, it's just a mixture of every martial arts,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's one that has like almost all fighting techniques, but they're like, damn, I guess Callie's Arnis is not even strong. Or I guess Muay Thai is not even strong.
Wow.
Wow.
It's more nationalism than anything
Karate
else.
is strong.
Wow.
It's more
Wow,
nationalism
wait.
than anything else.
It's like wow. And you already know what tune I'm talking about.
I don't, but
It's
it
kinda
sounds
dumb.
Korean, isn't
It's
it?
okay.
Yeah, no,
It's
but like
okay.
if you're like if you're like
God, high
reading a
school.
Chinese novel, it's always like
Renewal
Baiju Fist.
Taekwondo, strongest of all.
It's always something
I
like
can't believe it's a
Baiju
mix
Fist
of
is
the
strongest in
North Koreans.
China, Taekwondo in Korea, right? Maybe karate? No, probably not karate in like, Japan. It's probably something else. I have no idea. But yeah, there's a bunch of nationalism and everything like related to these, which I think is really interesting, right? Because the martial arts and everything and like these countries, since they're like always having like this rivalry, right? Pretty much everything is related to like national face and all that stuff, which is interesting look inside of their culture itself,
There's like this mix like on a recent chapter for Wikism, which got me hyped up. It was instead of being like Taekwondo like ish or like being strong, like they made Russian fighting styles so fucking strong because one of them went like so fucking hyped
Yep.
like of their training, like they went from fat to skinny, but
Yo.
I still don't understand like the concept of it because like I know it's like trying to explain it's like you should love yourself more rather than having like a second body.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you know?
lookism or
Like yeah.
Yep.
Like I understand the meaning of it, but like they added so much shit that you just like, wow, fight. Whoa. Wait a second. That character is innocent, but
Wow.
the guilty things he's done. Wait a second. That little kid is now the most dangerous kid on earth.
Oh,
What? And you don't really like
Lookism-
understand the whole entire
lookism
plot. It's
is.
just wow.
I feel like lookism was best
fight.
at the start. You know,
Nice.
it definitely did
And then
derail.
viral hit's more like common related. It's like, oh man, I want to start up a YouTube. I'm getting viewers.
Yo,
Oh my
time to
god,
become
1 million
VTuber?
views. Hi, thanks for the
Oh,
sponsorship.
dang.
Oh, donation because we're live streaming in public. Oh, I gotta do this embarrassing thing. Whoop, that was embarrassing thing. Gets money. Wow, I'm exposing these people. Now time to fight them. Oh, I found it from a guy who has 0 subscribers and 0 views, and I'm learning techniques from that.
Wow, no, no.
Wow,
If
common
you're stealing
sense.
his techniques and it's working for you, then why didn't it work for him? You know, like what?
No, he's like the best fighter. Like the ones that
Oh,
taught him
okay. You're talking
those
about fighting.
techniques.
Got it.
Yeah, like he taught everything like Muay Thai, Taekwondo, boxing, like in-house fighter, out-of-house fighter, you know.
Yeah.
Like all those. And him, he's like learning all from that person, but at the same time like there's no way like him like who's skinny like can fight someone back, but the training that he's done is like so homemade and like weird, but it's really effective. Like I kind of tried some of the techniques.
Yo,
Like I
let's
went back
go.
to like try out
Okay,
boxing.
1v1 me. Let's go. IRL.
And-
Let's go.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like learning how to calf kick with like using like rice bags. It's actually pretty nice. Like you get
That's
strength from it.
fairly common, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's pretty cool.
I mean, like
Like,
it's
learning
kind of just
from-
like re-implemented items, like you know, the
Yeah.
like calf kicking and all that with like bags, like sandbags, right?
strength.
Is already common enough. It doesn't seem too far fetched, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, it's
Ready
we're
for the boss fight?
yeah, we're it's time for a boss fight, right? And also, we can use the boss fight time to talk about what Sydney Senpai enjoys, also, you know. Ready, everyone? Let's go, boss fight. So,
yeah, let's go see this.
for anyone who's new, right? Do !! join and then the class that you want to do, right? And then you can participate in the boss fight, and you know we can fight a boss together. Come on, everyone, join a boss. Meanwhile, Sydney Senpai, that voice guard, Sydney Senpai, what kind of media do you enjoy? Like, you know, do you like shonen, fantasy, drama, like whatever genre you enjoy? Like, what kind of things?
Korean BL spicier than JPBL, but JPBL better because they have plot. You're welcome.
I feel like Korean novels are definitely better at like plot than like Chinese novels. Like that's not like a like hard fast rule, right? But Korean novels, I feel like focus a bit more on it than like just.
I like Korean webtoons or manhwas because of its illustration.
Yep.
And techniques, because like they make the character actually like look realistic, kind of like smaller eyes, like normal hair, not like whack hair. And then you go to JP manga.
Yeah.
They have better plot, like less detail oriented, but overall, I would still prefer reading a manga, even if it's black and white, because Korean manga is sometimes like, what the fuck is going on, you know? Oh my god, this boss, smite him.
Honestly, I should probably write all these down so that way we can actually, read them later. You know, I'll put them on my
like,
Discord.
I just want to draw a concept of like us being like just powerless, right?
Yeah.
But with our minds, like we just fight to survive. Legit fight to survive, even if it's supernatural. That's why I love Sweet Home. Like
you know what would
the,
be
like,
cool?
K-drama?
Instead of having like a system, right? If like all the monsters that appeared in like this fantasy, right, just follow the cliches to like a very T, you know? So that way you could be like, it's a zombie. They're obviously weak to blah blah blah, you know? That would be pretty cool, you know?
yeah, but like hear me out. Like
Yep.
like we legit like it's like Sweet Home, like where people turn into monsters. We don't even have superpowers or anything like that, right? But we we fight to survive, and we're strong enough to fight it out.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a Sweet Home concept, but like in actuality, it's not people turning into monsters. It's like just random monsters from like
Sweet Home
MMOs
was
like
good.
getting there.
Sweet Home was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Like I'm just having that mix of like we have like the Korean MMO type, like the monsters get in, like there's some that are players, but then like it only focus on like the people that are like out to survive, like and learn how to survive without being into the system. That's what I actually like about like my idea, but I know it's cliche.
I mean, like it's fine being cliche. Just look at half of the no, almost 90% of like the Japanese novels out there. You know, pretty much like 90% of the Korean novels and 90% of like the Chinese novels, right? All of them are cliche. You can't tell me otherwise, right? um, like, do you think there's a meta like in like drawing or like stories and all that? I definitely do feel like
Yes.
there's a meta for that.
Apocalyptic, isekai. Well, the reason why Korea is doing like apocalyptic or like gaming type is because they want to like disassociate themselves from Korean society. They assume that everything's a game, you know,
Yeah, it's
and they
escapism,
personify
right?
it like that. Huh?
I mean, don't attack. It's mostly escapism, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's escapism.
yeah,
While China's like nationality is like, look at us, we can actually have this possible. Like it's possible because like if you actually check monks IRL, like any kind of monk,
Yep.
like Chinese monks, like Southeast Asian monks, or like monks in general, you understand that they actually have power because they do intensive training. Like it's not like powers coming from them. It's like they have the confidence to like strengthen themselves. Like you could be Balls of Steel, you could be Ironhead, you could be any of those, and that's why like
there's
I do sometimes read or watch
Yeah.
Chinese shows because it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's possible because like there was like a MythBuster like on a monk
there's some
shooting
Chinese
a nail through glass, like
Yeah,
and breaking a balloon, and that was crazy. How did you have like a needle like pop a balloon through
there's
glass?
there's some Chinese stuff like some Chinese practices that that's a bit sus, man. Right? Like there's some that I don't totally follow, right? Like like the iron ball type thing that they have,
Oh, it does work, but like it's
I would
scary.
never do it myself, even if it did work. That's the thing I'm trying to say.
It's basically lifting weight with your lower body.
Yeah, and also self-inflicted pain is kind of sus, man.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh,
kind of soft.
I feel like they
Learn through the suffer.
too much effort, um
Learn through the suffer.
I feel like Koreans do like all novels really like need some kind of struggle. A lot of like Chinese, Japanese, and Korean novels, and like pretty much like all modern like web novels these days, right? They skip like the training arc or like the build up and everything, and just jump to the
Yeah.
character being like overly
Like
powered,
auto predator.
which I don't
Naruto-
like, right? I like at least some struggle, but I
Yeah,
know some.
That's why Naruto is so good.
Yeah, I know some novels like Solo Leveling kind of skip that. However, they don't. Like the character does struggle, but he never struggles on screen, right? Which I think
No,
is
he
kind of a
struggles
problem.
mentally.
Yeah, which I think is kind of a problem because he obviously struggled like years before and everything, right? But he doesn't ever struggle like in game.
Yeah, well, technically he's not him. He's actually
Yeah.
the monarch. Like, but what I kind of like about like having struggle is you understand the character a lot more.
Yeah,
And,
the
like, what
build
they're
up is
going
a lot
through.
more important, right?
I forgot what I was gonna say, but like I forgot there's like this webtoon where
Yep.
um like they struggle a lot, and you can see like their whole entire development, like, and you
Yeah.
understand them a lot more. It's
I remember one of them of a similar vein called Possessing Nothing, right? Where the main character actually struggles a lot on screen, and it's pretty entertaining. I would highly suggest reading it because it's like your normal Korean um power fantasy, right? But the main character
Oh.
actually struggles a lot, like
Oh
he,
yeah. Okay, so I
the
found
entire
it.
the entire
So
premise,
there's
right, is that let me continue this line of thought for just one moment, okay? Um, but the entire premise, right, is the main character comes back from the future. He has all of his memories and all that stuff, right? But the main theme, right, is that even though he knows all this stuff, right, he can't change anything about it because he'll stay weak no matter what, because he doesn't have talent or he doesn't have a skill, right? So he actually struggles up to being decent, which is kind of grim as a topic, right? Like I'm not saying like if you're not naturally talented, you can't do anything, right? But at the same time, like if you're not naturally talented, you're gonna have to work a lot to get to where most people are,
you work a lot harder.
Yeah, which is a
Yeah.
good theme. However, it's also a bit pessimistic at times. I
Yeah,
definitely
there's
do.
like
Mm.
I found the manhwa I was kind of
Yep.
referring to, but not at the same time. So the guy has OP power sets, right?
Yep.
Like super OP power sets. But the issue is he's like so shit. Like by so shit I mean like his personality, everything, like him like it's like, oh yeah, I just got OP powers. That's why I'm just steamrolling this. It's like, but you need to work as a team. He's like, I don't care, I'm just gonna kill him. And then he
That's-
gets like
I don't get characters like that because they're
demoralized.
not exactly the most charismatic,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like just it goes through him like suffering mentally rather than like show that yes he is strong. It's just nah.
Honestly,
just
I would love to see one of those kind of novels, right? Where the main focus isn't like the power, but instead like, the mental isolation and everything from that, Because I know like One Punch Man kind of talks about it, right? Where like, he doesn't have any struggles and all that, right? And like it's kind of boring, right? But I kind of want to see the more psychological aspect, Like
Yeah, you
like
see him. Why am I punching them in one shot? This is so annoying.
like I know like novels like what is it? No, I know like Superman has like his like world of paper speech, right? Where like yo, I need to be so careful around everything, right? But I want to see like what happens if you're just slightly ahead of everyone. There's like no one that you can like relate to, Like that would be fun, right? Like where you're not like completely overpowered. You're still like struggling, right? But like what is it? Where like yeah. Because like if you're like top of a game, right, like in like an MMO, right, you need to always be playing or else you're gonna lose your lead, right, which is kind of annoyance, right? And like otherwise, right, like you always have to keep ahead of everyone, right, but at the same time you can't really relate to anyone because everyone's like kind of below you. But yeah.
I want a pure opposite one. I want people like to
Yeah.
like show like it's like they're like weak, like super weak, like they're below average,
Yep.
Show their inner struggles of like them getting through. Like I want that. Like I want more development. I don't care if it's slow or not. It's like so like Heiso like Grimgar like that.
Yeah. That one
anime
was
or manga.
I
That
remember the
one was
music
good
was really good.
because
The fights were really realistic, right, and the
yeah,
color palette was also beautiful. Like the,
that was like I would say one of my favorite isekais anime of all time.
it was one of the first
Reason?
ones I've seen. Yeah.
Reason why? It gave me a realistic appeal. Not everyone is strong.
Yep.
Even like mentally too. Like most
like-
of them weren't mentally strong enough. They were so weak and they couldn't really kill goblins. And then it showed the other side where like there's other people that are like, oh yeah, we got superpowers, we could just destroy
Yep.
everyone, But like it just shows like their fortitude of like perseverance.
And I think one
And,
of the
like, their
really
journeys.
interesting parts of that, right, is that what is it? Is that even if there were some people who were like asses and like completely kind of like annoyances, right? They couldn't just like leave them, right? Because of like moral reasons and also because like every extra person counts, Because like everyone's about to die already, even if someone's like you hate that person, right? You can't really just abandon them because every extra person increases your chance of living,
Mhm.
which I think is an interesting element, right? Because like if we're playing an MMO, right, and like I don't like X person, right, I could just kick them off of the party or leave the party, right? But when you're in a life like threatening situation like Grimgar, right, where like the fights are actually like real and like visceral, and you can't just find someone really easily, or you can't just like hide in a town, right? That changes the story a lot,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the reason why I love it is because they're not OP. They're not OP. Like you just see the struggles and the build up. Even if the anime is super slow,
Yeah.
I still loved it because it was it was my type of style like of anime.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted like Sword Art Online to be, but guess not because they didn't show that fucking shit.
Man, man, you really, yeah, no, but Sword Art Online, I feel like they should have gone a lot more into like the struggle route because it's just plain Pyro Fantasy, right? I
They
think,
skipped the whole fucking struggle. It's like,
yeah,
damn, how the fuck is he OP? And I want to see like the part where he's like Kyoto is like near death. It's like, oh, I can't. It's
I
like,
mean, they
I
kind
don't
of
wanna
did do it at some parts, right? But like it was very short, you know? Like I remember like he struggled somewhat when like the lady died, right? Like, you know, the lady his like first romance or whatever, right? I remember him struggling somewhat with like, you know, getting stabbed and all that, right? But other than that, he never really struggled for like the rest of the show, you know? It's like a ratio, right? Like they need to struggle at least somewhat well
Yeah.
to the other parts, you know?
Like One Punch Man's struggle was his inability to satisfy himself.
That's a really that's a really
By
sus-
satisfy himself, I mean like the fight. Like he
Yeah.
didn't have like features or flow of fighting. He just got upset that it was only like him one punching everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about One Punch Man.
Yep.
You may be OP, but there's some reasons why you shouldn't be OP.
Yeah, no, I feel
It's
like
boring.
yeah, because like if you're too OP, there's gonna be a large disparity between other people. And I stopped bleeding right as soon as I died. Okay.
And some like webtoons that I read, like the tutorial world thing or anything like that, like the tutorial world, man was stuck in there for 15 plus years, got out, was one of the strongest members, and does cultivation stuff. But like the stupidest thing is like
Yep.
every time when I see it, like the main protagonist, they're always cocky. They're like, oh man, this again, time to wipe them out. So like they're nothing, they're just bugs.
Yeah.
And like I just want to see like them actually struggling and losing for once. It's like, oh no, like I'm gonna get a grasp of death. Like like
Yep.
I was just like, what the fuck?
Yes, Kay really did just go, I want to see them struggle like bugs. Uh,
Oh my god.
man.
Yeah.
No.
Kay is the saddest, everyone. You guys saw it here. Kay is the saddest,
that's
man.
it.
Confirm.
Confirm.
Okay.
I'm a masochist. I enjoy the pain.
Oh no, it's
I
both.
go with
Oh
him.
no.
I'm
You have it.
He's the saddest and a masochist. He's too powerful to be kept alive.
I just want people to suffer, but at the same time, I wanna gain their feelings and personalities through the whole entire ordeal. It's like, oh man, I feel you, man. That hurts.
I don't know if I feel safe here anymore.
Oh my god.
Man.
It's like I want to harm you, but at the same time, I want to feel the harm.
Oh no. Kinda sus, man. Kinda sus, not gonna lie.
Why?
That's pretty sussy, bro.
How is
Indeed.
that sus?
Okay, sussy. New emote, next
How am I a
Okay.
sussy baka?
Yeah.
Hey, are you the Amuga sussy baka?
Okay.
Yeah,
Damn,
but
you
if you
guys
guys
are
are
actually
actually
enjoying this boss,
into
that's how you're
novels which
dying.
have like a lot of struggle, right? I highly suggest Possessing Nothing. I'll actually send a link in the chat, right? Possessing Nothing is a really good novel which goes about that because the main character suffers a lot.
There's one
Um,
where the guy is a villager or all the like worst class possible, and he's strong.
Oh no,
And then
I
there's one
hate
that's like
novels like
there's
that.
a
I
guy who's a
hate-
chef, right? And apparently he's like one of the strongest class,
Oh no.
but no one knows. They think the hero class is the strongest.
Those feel so half-assed to me.
But I know, I'm like, damn, never mind. But like, what kind of got me into like, I'm an assassin that overly exceeds the brave or the hero.
yeah.
Like that was kind of
That,
good
that
at
one
first.
that one was decent as long as you
but-
ignore the world, you know?
Yeah, it was because his mentality was like just like ruining. It was going into pieces. Like he was like happy at first. He's like, "Damn, I'm an assassin." But like, wait, and he's like questioning. He's like, "Wait a second, why is my stats better than the hero?"
Yeah.
And then like he like people called him sus and exiled him. And he's like, "What the fuck, bro? I just got to this world and you're just kicking me out." It's like, well, time to survive on my own.
Yeah, no.
And then you just see the struggles of him. He's like, holy shit, what the fuck? I can't breathe. and then like the few chapters like him just he lost it. He just lost all emotions. He's
Yeah.
like, damn. Even if I'm trying to fight and struggle, I
Like-
know the pain.
Oh,
I'm basically
shoot.
the edge lord.
One of my
Kirito-kun.
favorite
Kirito-kun.
favorite Korean novels, right? Like power fantasies or whatever, has to be Moon Labyrinth, right? Because it doesn't really focus on like the struggle and all that, right? But instead it just focuses on like the father-daughter relationship, and it's really cute. Because
Dude, that is so good. Like if it focused on like something else besides being overpowered,
yeah, no, he's
That's
not
a good one.
overpowered at all. He's just the entire plot is literally just him trying to like, work for money and help like his family and like, get money so that his daughter can get like a good education and everything. Like that's the entire story. Like it doesn't focus on romance or anything of the sort, right? It's just all like, wholesomeness. It's really nice. It's really nice. I'll send
this
Moon
boss
Labyrinth.
is about to die.
Yeah, I think we're really close to getting the boss down, which is it's getting pretty close, isn't it? But I think we're as long as we keep damaging him, we should have a good chance. And I just posted in the chat.
Shield everyone. Come on, dampen. Oh, he
You still
attacked.
trying to fight the boss or what's
Yeah,
going
we're
on?
it's almost dead.
Who
It's
shall
almost
world?
I thought,
Oh yeah,
okay.
did you know that Adric also has Sword of Legends?
Oh shoot, Adric, a cold weather Swords
Yo,
of Legend.
he's like
Is that what you guys were talking about?
Like,
Yeah.
he's like
I never
is
played
this
that.
Paravusha like the beggar amongst beggars? And I'm like, yeah, he has a small like head but big legs. And he's like, wait, like you're telling me like he's the poorest of the poor, right? And I'm like, yeah. I had a question with it. He's like, not gonna lie, he was like one of the drunken fist mastery. Like he's so good at fighting, but he's so broke.
Man. Oh yeah, no, I don't get how someone in a Wuxia world can be poor and powerful. Like it makes no sense unless they throw away their money,
Yeah.
Anyways, for once, I actually have someone I want.
If I get Isekai to Sword of Legends, I'm definitely gonna be Bard or like Sword.
I'm
Spell
planning on
Sword.
playing Spell Sword actually. Spell Sword seems a lot of fun and is very high skill.
Yeah,
I actually never looked into
but
that
they
at
actually
all.
do a lot of damage. They're pretty good.
As long as the bots do damage. Okay, the bot is doing. Oh, as long as the bots do damage, right? We should. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! This is
I think we talked about. I think some other episode we talked about gaming genres, right?
Yeah.
Today was just media genres.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay, I actually have someone I want
I
to raid
see.
this time instead of waiting for someone else to decide.
Okay. Let me see who I got.
I'm planning on
Oh, yeah,
Usako
someone
because
did.
they're one of the people on my list to raid, and they're around the same stream size.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. If you want to do that.
Yeah, because they were also in the same Domodachi as us too, Moral.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That
okay.
works out. Yeah. Totally.
Okay, let me.
I'm getting progressive at.
Let me actually go into your
Yeah.
stream. So I
No.
can find the-
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Go into my stream so that way it boosts our raid number.
Yeah, go to your stream. That way, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I haven't really like watched anything honestly. Like I just mostly just edit.
Yeah.
If I'm not editing, I'm most likely working.
Yep. Man.
If I'm not sleeping, that means I'm probably reading some manhwas or.
Yeah, no, that was way too close.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know how you guys like kind of like enjoy reading. I don't know what. I don't know, I can't-
Imagine
I
not
can't
reading. Oh wait, you're a cat. You can't read.
I
No,
could
the reason why I
but-
read is because it builds emotion for me.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I like reading because it's very fun to just follow.
No, it's because I have resting bitch face and I don't understand anyone. So I'm like,
Man.
you know what? I need to learn from
Yeah.
how people perceive others, and then I'm like, never mind.
I don't know.
These people are just shitty. They're like flexing on their powers. They'd be like,
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay,
mute the
gotcha.
stream now so that way I'm gonna mute my desktop audio so that way we can actually hear her stream as we rate her.
Right.
Okay,
What's
I
the
hope-
raid message, anyways?
Dungeon as always. Dungeon.
Just dungeon.
Yep.
Dun-
Yep. Yep. Just dungeon. Okay, ready everyone? Ready? Okay. I hope everyone enjoyed a cold weather podcast. Today we are going to be raiding Usako. The raid message as always is dungeon, and I hope everyone has a good day. Goodbye, and tune into next week. You know. Yep. Goodbye. Yeah, next week. Raid. Go.